UN publishes Amnesty's call for probe into Iran's 1988 massacre of political prisoners. An investigation into a dossier of crimes committed by the Iranian dictators has been called for, as a result of a statement issued by Amnesty International and published by the United Nations General Assembly. According to the statement, between late July and September 1988, the Iranian authorities forcibly disappeared and extrajudicially executed thousands of prisoners for their political opinions and dumped their bodies in unmarked individual and mass graves. Since then, the authorities have tormented the relatives by refusing to tell them when, how and why their loved ones were killed, and by keeping their remains hidden. To reinforce secrecy, they have also destroyed mass grave sites and forbidden commemorations. The United Nations Human Rights Council should see that the impunity enjoyed by the mullah's officials following this crime against humanity ends. Young Iranian woman arrested for improper hijab, battered in prison. According to a human rights group, a young woman who was arrested on the street for improper hijab was severely beaten and mistreated in a prison in northwestern Iran. The website of the Kurdistan Human Rights Network reported that 25-year-old Zara was arrested on Sunday in a street in central Khoi in West Azerbaijan province for not observing the mandatory hijab. She was then transferred to prison for arguing with the judge. At 10 p.m. on Tuesday night, when Zara was helping another female inmate with her child, she was verbally abused by a prison agent because she was making too much noise and not observing the lights out policy. After arguments ensued between the two other agents stepped in and severely beat Zara. The human rights group said the beatings were so violent that Zara's clothes ripped and her prosthetic leg came off. Asia's Iran crude oil imports dipped to 2-month low in January to rebound in February. Asia's crude oil imports from Iran dipped in January to the lowest in 2 months after top buyers China and India slowed down purchases and as Japan recorded zero imports for a third month, government and trade data showed. Asia's top 4 buyers of Iranian crude, China, India, Japan and South Korea, imported a total of 710,699 barrels per day of crude from Iran in January, 49% lower than the same month in 2018, according to the data collated by Thomson Reuters. US sanctions on Iran that took place last November have severely reduced its imports to Asia, even though Washington gave waivers to 8 countries allowing them to import lower volumes of Iranian oil for 6 months. 8 killed in Iran's bus accident near Tehran. At least 8 people were killed in a passenger bus accident near Iran's capital Tehran on Friday morning, Iranian student news agency reported. The accident happened as the bus, moving from Iran's central command city, turned over on the Tehran-Qom highway, according to the report. In the accident, 36 other passengers were injured.